What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Hope you and the family are doing well, and certainly hope that your business is prospering. If you are coming back to this channel, welcome back to the crib, big baby. It is certainly good to see you. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Kenny. Nice to meet you, and certainly good to see you as well. We always ask the newbies if this is your first time and you, for whatever reason, have not hit that subscribe button, we will ask you today to tap on that button again. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and smash the like button. And if you think others will get something out of this particular type of content, or maybe they'll just enjoy it, by all means, share the video and or the channel. We would appreciate that support. It is October 29th, 2021. We are getting close to Halloween. I was never a big fan of Halloween. I always, don't get me wrong, as a kid, enjoyed eating the candy, but that's about it for me. Whole dressing up thing, never my thing. However, if you do Halloween, do it safe. Be safe. What is that? Sunday, I think. All right. Should you have a business partner? Hmm. That's what we're gonna be talking about. This is probably gonna be a lengthy video. Let me just say that up front. It's gonna be a minute. Let me start off by saying the way I have been getting the content, at least as of late, probably at least the last 60 days, have come from you all in the form of email, phone call, or maybe even if it's a comment in the comment section. And that very rarely happens, but I do get a lot of your emails and I still get some phone calls. This question actually came up a very long time ago. And I'm talking like when I first started the channel, and I always shied away from it, not because, well, I shied away from it for a couple of reasons. And one of those reasons was not because of what people may say and or think. I have probably very little concern about what people think. Obviously, if you've watched enough of my videos, you know I don't care about that. I always say, if you in a position, and when I say position, I mean where people can see you or know about you or hear you and have an opportunity to weigh in on their opinions of you or your content or what have you, that's always going to be there. There's nothing you can do about that. And I'll even go a step further. If you are overly concerned about what other people think, it's going to be really hard for you to be successful. So you got to have thick skin. You can't concern yourself about that. No matter what you do, it is not going to be for everybody. But in most cases, the majority support what you do if your intent is good, in my opinion. So I was never, ever concerned about what people think. It's certainly about what they think on this channel. And I don't mean that, let me say this, in a disrespectful way. It can come across that way. I really don't. I don't. I just don't think it's good for business to care about what other people think, unless it's your spouse, something like that, or your kids. You certainly want to hope that they have a good impression of the type of person that you are. I'm getting off base. So if I look over here, guys, I'm always looking at my phone. My notes are in there, and just got a text that popped up. But anyway, never concerned about what people think. But there was a couple of reasons why I shied away from this particular video. Number one, I have a lot of clients that are that have partners or partners that, most of the time it's more than one partner. It may be a group of people. So I didn't want to come across, if I'm saying, hey, don't get into partnership. So that was primary the reason why. And listen, I have some friends. We all have friends, right? And I didn't want them to take it the wrong way. Now, again, Kenny, you don't care about what people think. I don't, but I do care about my friends, and so I had to figure out a way to do it to where it wasn't pinpointing anybody or talking to or about somebody, if that makes sense. There was also a early on in a video with and I'd reached out right at the beginning. Matter of fact, before I started my channel, and a couple of the people that I reached out to, they had partners. It was two of them at least, and I didn't want them to think I was talking about them. Again, not concerned about what people think, but I considered them as friends, and I always um, try to be respectful, especially when when I'm talking to anybody, but especially if it's a friend. Does that make sense? So I just said, I'll leave that alone. But the volume of requests, not necessarily for the video, but for an answer to the question, um, should I have a business partner? And I finally said, let me talk about this. Let me jump in. So if this is not something that you're concerned about, it's probably not going to be the video for you. You may want to go ahead and say, thumbs down. I don't want this video. Um, I'm trying to set my phone up on this prop, guys, so it won't fall. Okay. How do I want to address this? In short, I think, and guys, listen, everybody has what I'm about to give, and that's an opinion, right? My opinion weighs no stronger than your opinion or anybody else's. It's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Just mean it's my opinion. Don't know everything. If you're going to have a business partner, because if you go into business with somebody, how, I'm struggling on how I want to address this, and I thought about this before. You have a couple of ways. First of all, why do you need a business partner? Do you need a business partner? What is it for? Is it for funding? Sometimes you may need an investor as opposed to a business partner. Most of the time, investors are silent partners. They have no input on day to day operations whatsoever. They're going to invest money, and there is a expectation of that money coming back with interest. Now, there are some investors who will get a percentage of the company, but again, silent partner has no input whatsoever in day-to-day operations. And that can happen for a couple of reasons. The one who is starting the business may just need an investor and don't want that person to have anything to do with the day-to-day. So that's one option. The other one is I'm going to be partners 50-50, or depending on how many people involved. And in most cases, they're going to want to have some say so in the day-to-day operation. This is where most problems start to arise. You with me so far? So it depends. I always tell people, if you're really trying to get a partner um, for money, I believe, again, this is just my opinion, if you structure your business properly, and if there is a need for your business that you're trying to start, there is a lot of funding out there available to you. I am still going to have somebody on the channel. Our scheduling has been off, that'll come on and talk about how to get funded for your business. It's not as hard as a lot of people may think it is, and there's all kind of different sources. You have your traditional financial institutions, banks, and things of that nature, but you also have um, investing angels. They look for things to invest in. And you also have the SBA loans that you can apply for. In most cases, you're going to need what I often talk about, a business plan, your financials. You're going to need all of that to go into when you're applying for that. And so if you're structured right, and if you have a plan, I didn't say idea, two different things, but we'll get to that. You can get funded that way. And the terms in most cases are a lot better than just taking on a business partner. That's my opinion. Now, if you have decided you want to take on a business partner or partners, in my opinion, you all have to be on the same page. And I also believe that you should have roles. Who's going to do what? What is going to be your responsibility? If we're partners and one person is doing all the work, in my opinion, that's not a partnership. That may go back to what I just previously said. That may be someone who is just dumping money into it. They're investing in and is expecting a return on their investment, right? That's ROI, return on investment. And so that's my opinion. You got to be on the same page. So I wrote down some notes. Why do you feel the need for a partner? We kind of talked about that. What does that partnership look like? What do the formation of the company look like? If you're doing a corporation, a lot of the duties, if you will, are laid out because you have to have president, vice president, secretary. You got to have all these things, and those things are there's roles attached to those titles, if you will. What role will the partner or partners play? Let me see if I can do this. This is live, so this part I did not plan. The definition of successful business.
According to Business News Daily, success is running a profitable firm that conducts business with honesty and integrity, makes meaningful contributions to the communities it serves, and nurtures high quality, balanced lives for its employees, Wilson told Business News Daily.
Okay. The definition of starting a business.
According to encyclopedia.com, starting a business involves many activities related to organizing the organization. The process includes generating of an idea for the enterprise, researching the idea's potential for success, and writing a business plan.
Hmm. Idea, research, writing a business plan. Yeah, that was live. I didn't know what Google was going to say, but yeah, I often say research, right? Writing a business plan. See, people get idea and plan confused. I know a lot of people who comes with ideas, but what does not come with that is a plan of action. It's ideas and expectation for others to do the work. I am not saying this again to be mean. This is just my opinion. A lot of people come with ideas, but no plan of action. In other words, what are you going to do to make that idea become reality? Right? Idea is where it starts. I have an idea to open up a car wash. Okay, cool. Tell me about that. Why car wash? Well, I saw a YouTube video. Ooh, nope. In my opinion, not good. What else you got? You see, I don't think Jerry Jones was sitting up watching YouTube on what he should do to become a billionaire, in my opinion. Nothing wrong with YouTube. It's certainly entertaining. But your research has got to branch further out than YouTube. Okay. So, idea, what is your plan of action? What research have you done to show number one, if there is a need for a car wash? I'm using car wash as an example, obviously. So, what research have shown you that there is a need for a car wash? Number one. Number two, what did your research show or tell you in terms of where there is a big need for a car wash? And I went down the street and man, this looked like this would be a good place for a car wash, right? How much money is expected for startup costs? What are some of the requirements that you have to have in order to even start that business? Guys, this is just a very, very small piece. Let me see your business plan. What is the expectance for this company to do over the next 5 years? And guys, these are not just stuff I'm just pulling out of the air. If you go to any financial institution, these are generic. Sit down, let's start the conversation. Okay. So, idea, plan is two different things. I saw on YouTube is not the answer, in my opinion. Why don't you do this is not the correct way. What are we going to do? I told you this is a. And is the business profitable with a partner or partners? If we're talking about a box truck, well, I don't know. I don't know. I, to be honest, I haven't seen enough data to show that it's enough profit for partner or partners with one truck. There is profit for one, but when you start putting multiple people into it, I just don't see enough profit for it to be profitable for a partner or partners. Unless your spouse, your husband and wife, something like that. I have seen a lot of friendships be what's the word I'm looking for? Have ended because of business. You always, if personally, I've always had a rule of thumb that I certainly don't go in business with family. Friends, if we're on the same page. Remember, I said that if we're on the same page, but you also want to make sure you are separating, just like I always talk about separating personal credit from business credit. They're separate entities. So you want to separate the friendship from business. I believe that it could work one of two ways. You're on the same page. Not only does the friendship continues to work, but the partnership works. It can work. There's a lot of people who are in business with other people, and it works perfect. It's just like a marriage. There's a lot of marriages that work very well. I think the marriages that work very well are the ones where they dated a long time and they got to know each other. They discussed a lot of things, whether it's do we want kids, what is your beliefs on raising kids, what is your beliefs on finances. They've gotten to know each other, they talked, and then they became one. Two different people coming together as one. Boom. They have respect, they communicate, all those things, right? I think that's the same in business. Are you on the same page? Are you always clashing? Different opinions, different ideas before you even enter into a business. That is normally a flag. Do not enter. So, I don't know. If you're on the same page, it can work. It can work. Um, when you start talking about a business partner for box trucks, though, if you're going to do it, you don't want to have, in my opinion, more than one. So two, that's max. I just don't see the profits there for that. Now, again, I've often said what's profit to me may not be profit to you, and it may be the other way around as well. So you got to be on the same page. One person can't be doing everything. You got to equally conduct the business together. Got to have a role. Here's what you're going to do. Ideas to me is just bumping, 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 bumping. It's just that. It's an idea. What's the plan of action? Right? So that's my 2 cents on that. So should you go into business with somebody? I think if you guys are on the same page, you have a clear understanding who's going to do what, how is the day to day going to operate, then yeah, I think it could work. Also, again, and I touched on this, how is the company going to be structured? What happens to the company should something happens to one of you? And do you agree on those things? These are conversations that you have to have before a company is started, in my opinion, and certainly before exchange of money. That's my opinion. Do your research, guys. Google even told you do your research, have a plan. That is the most important thing that I can tell you. Now, different people have different strengths. I certainly have my weakness, a whole lot of them, but I have my strength as well. And I think it's a good thing if your partner compliments you in ways you that not your strength, right? You both have a certain strength. But that does not mean you still don't need to be on the same page. Okay. And let me say that. It doesn't mean that you don't do equal work either. Okay. And so it can work. You got to be on the same page. You got to have a plan. And if you do not know how to put together a business plan, that's fine. Pay somebody to do it. There's services out there that'll do that for you. You still have to provide information for them to do the research for you and to do the business plan. You have to be involved. And you can't and listen, here's another thing. When you're in business, you're dealing with facts, not with what you think or what it should be. You're dealing with facts. Fact is, if you can only haul up to 26,000 pounds and you haul in 30, facts are there's going to be a problem. That's facts. Okay. It's not what I think, what it should. Those are the facts. If you go out and have a business and you haven't paid taxes in 5 years, facts, there's going to be a problem. Shouldn't be, well, I shouldn't have to pay. Facts are facts. Deal in facts, not theories or what it should be. I remember back in the day, now we bumping again. We bumping. Facts. Plan of action. Research. Patience. 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 That's a tough word for a lot of people, including me. Patience. And you'll be okay. So listen, I hope this has helped. If you're not planning on having a partner, then this video probably was not for you. If you are planning on having a partner, it's not to make you guys not be partners anymore, but it's to give you some ideas of what I think, my opinion only, should be in place. And it should not affect your friendship. If you're looking to go in business with a friend, it should not affect, especially if you've been friends for decades, it shouldn't affect that. Got to learn how to separate it. Because I have some very good friends that I would not go in business with. Just they're not there in terms of business. They're just not there. Now, if you can have someone that's not there and admit that they're not there and say, hey, are you okay with taking the reins of doing XYZ? Now, for me, if I'm going to do all of the work, you're not a business partner, you're an investor. And I'm going to treat you as so, and the paperwork is going to reflect that if I need an investor. So that's my 2 cents on should you have a business partner. If you're on the same page, that could work. But why do you need a business partner? If it's because of money, there's a lot of ways to get your business funded without a business partner. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have certain people on your team, but they don't own a portion of the company. Got a CPA on my team. Got attorneys on my team. Consultants on my team. I have IT on my team, but they don't have a portion of my business. Some of them are private contractors. None of them are investors. That doesn't mean I won't take on an investor, but hey, there you go, guys. That's all I really have. Hope it has helped. I appreciate you, as always, taking the time to watch my videos. I do not take it for granted. I ask at the beginning, I'll ask at the end. If you think this channel warrants your support of subscribing, by all means, it'll certainly continue to help the channel grow. If you did not like the content, you can certainly do that as well. And I don't take offense to it. Remember, guys, I do not know everything. I don't claim to know everything. A lot of times I speak from experience or what I've seen other people do and the consequences of it. If it was good, I'll tell you that. If it was bad, I'll tell you that. I don't talk about a lot of my clients because of the NDA, non-disclosure agreement, but I talk in general broad on things, but you've got to go do your homework and research. A lot of this is to make you think. What's wrong with my microphone? A lot of this is to make you guys think, and just to make sure you've checked all the boxes. And if you have, you're good to go. And there's certainly a lot of resources out there outside of YouTube. YouTube is very useful. It's a very good entertaining source. It's a great source of information, but it cannot be your only source of information. I always use the analogy, I have a toolbox when I'm making decisions. And I don't use just a hammer. I got a hammer, got a screwdriver, got a wrench. So I use a lot of different tools and a team of people to advise me in that decision making process. Tough times don't last forever. Tough people always do. Be smart because money doesn't come with instruction. Have a plan and be disciplined. You'll be okay. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and we will talk soon. Go out and make it a great day. By the way, it is Friday. Again, October 29th, 2021. So happy Friday. Have a great weekend, and we will talk again soon. All right. Take care.